Listen to this. Bro, they're playing Doomslayer music, dude. Like, we know when Leon enters, there's nothing scary no more. We're here to kick some ass. There's two things I'm for sure about. The woman is definitely Sherry, and definitely the voice actor is definitely Nick Possibly for Leon.
Dr. Gideon has been expecting you.
Who the fuck is that? The scientist. Oh, dang. They got a black woman in the mix? How dare you? Okay. Oh, well, black man in the left. I didn't see. Oh, damn. Another. Okay. Well, shit. I'll shut up. Speaking of grace, Leon has aged gracefully. No? All right. Let's press on. My bad. Oh, yeah. That's Sherry. Look at the hair, bro. Hunnigan didn't have that color hair. Bro, that's Sherry, dog. That's Sherry, man. Sherry's coming back. There's no way. If I'm wrong, damn. Greetings, boys. How you guys doing? And welcome back to the Haven. Now, I think you know why we are here today. I'm missing something real quick. All right. So, brother, it's that time. As you all know, we have recently just uploaded a video of my reaction to Leon Scott Kennedy. Okay. You would think that I did not see that leak that occurred a couple days prior to that because of my reaction. Guys, I am recording this at 2:29 a.m. right now. All right. Yeah, there you go. 2:29 a.m. I have work the next day. So anyway, and also that little notification that you saw at the bottom, that's people commenting on the recent video. So I haven't even read the comments just yet because I have to get into this. We're going to discuss and do our best to break down the trailer. I'm going to tell you guys right now, I looked at it a couple times after, and it's hard for me to not get more excited the more I watch this fucking trailer. All right, so I'm going to do my absolute best.
It hasn't been easy.
Yeah. In my theory video.
But after much effort,
yeah, that's not Oswell. That's not Mr. Spencer.
I know now that you're the one that I've been searching for. The special one. The chosen one. It's Ashcroft.
But like, it's crazy when I look at him, bro. And then, like I said, I put that side-to-side picture of Oswell. It was a fantastic theory, but in my honest opinion. But we know that he's someone named Victor. Apparently a certain someone here in this trailer actually says that his name is Victor and he went underground or anything, like disappeared after Umbrella went down or something along those lines, right? Well, of course, we'll get there.
Talk to me. Is this one like the others? And it's not post-mortem lividity.
All right. I do want to clarify something here as well. In my reaction, I immediately said that was Hunnigan because, one, I'll be honest, I knew Leon was already in the game thanks to the leak. But the more I keep hearing the trailer and hearing this, that voice sounds like a certain little girl we know back in RE2. And I'm comparing it to her voice from RE6. I'm gonna have to change my opinion as of right now in this video. I don't think that's Hunnigan. I think that's Sherry. Plus, as we all know from RE6, is that Sherry is also an agent as well at that time. Now, mind you, this is supposed to, when it comes to timeline wise, we're following Leon, this is because the last time we saw Leon was RE6. Same thing with Sherry. We both haven't seen them for 14 years. Okay. So I'm gonna change my opinion on that. I don't think that's Hunnigan. Maybe she's still active. I'm not 200% sure. But at the same time, though, considering this is the case, if Leon's still there, maybe Hunnigan retired or anything, or maybe she's still supporting, but she's not in the trailer. But if I had to say, if I had to make an opinion, I think that voice is actually Sherry, and that's comparing to the voice that I hear in RE6. So I'm gonna change my opinion on that. I personally think that's Sherry on the radio throughout this trailer, which would be cool because it sounds like we got another Resident Evil legacy character. So as we see here, let me go back a little bit. So as we see here, now that we've seen the trailer multiple times, we all know right here, that's Leon's car, the Porsche. Okay, I'm not a big fan of Porsche, but I can say that is a fire-looking car, though. All right, let's press on.
Hey, I just got a report of a missing police officer.
Yeah, dog. See, I'm hearing that multiple times. Yeah. I'm gonna keep it a bug. That's Sherry, dude. That's Sherry, 100%. They're using, if that's the, that means they're using the same VA that they used in RE6 for Sherry. At least I would assume so. That's crazy if you think about it. That's 14 fucking years, and then she comes back. That's crazy. But yeah, that's Sherry. Now that I'm hearing it a lot more now, yeah, that's Sherry. Sorry, I spoke too soon on Hunnigan. I just assumed that it was Hunnigan because, you know, Hunnigan and Leon are like this when it comes to stuff like this.
Hey, I just got a report of a missing police officer. It might be unrelated, but he disappeared near where.
And I'm going to assume that police officer is the one right there, which we see in the trailer, like he turns into like a zombie or something like that. See, I'm looking at that like, who could this be? Like, that doesn't seem like that's the. Oh, let me look. Is that what the sheriff's wearing too? Okay, no, the police officer's wearing a tie. Oh no, okay, I can see the tie. I can see the tie in the background. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, I think that's the police officer that Sherry. I'm gonna just say it. That Sherry's talking about.
Through you, Elvis can find.
So we're looking at all these here and everything. And later on in the trailer, the villain of the antagonist of our Reddit Evil 9, he says something like do you want to see what's underneath or something like that. And I'm going to assume that Grace is carrying something like within her cells or within her body or something like that. And homie's still trying to investigate and figure that out or anything. And then Elpis, right? So let me go back on this and see what that says there, because you can only see a little bit. Raccoon City is redacted. Yeah, security clearance top secret for the sake of Elpis. So from what I'm assuming, instead of like C virus, T virus, Las Plagas, and like the mold and stuff like that, this is probably a new form of genetic virus or anything like that, and they're naming it Elpis. If that's the case, maybe if whatever that is, maybe Grace or whatever the case may be, she has that. I don't know, man. Like, oh man, dude, the story of this game is gonna be on point, man. This trailer already got me thinking. If you just look deep within it, like, oh man, like I said, I've seen this trailer a number of times now, and I'm still like mind boggled on this. Like, I feel like the story in this one's gonna be crazy, man. Victor Gideon, I looked it up. Let me look up real quick. I have yet to hear of this man in any previous Resident Evil or anything like that. He said Victor. I'm assuming it's regular Victor. Okay. Okay, so on the wiki it was 1 hour ago. Dr. Victor Gideon. Damn, the wiki went on that edge fast. But apparently he has ties to Umbrella, which is cool, but how does it tie in? I legit thought if it wasn't Oswald E. Spencer, like my little theory video, I really thought, I was like, oh, if he still has ties to Umbrella or anything, this has to be Bailey. This has to be Brandon Bailey. But no, we ain't going there. Wow. Damn, Capcom. I mean, there's still a shot he could make an appearance or show up or something like that, but that's crazy. You would think that you're gonna go after the last head of Umbrella or anything if he's still in hiding, because as we all know, he's still alive. But anyway, let's press on. Okay, we're definitely still in the hospital from what this design is looking like.
Grace!
Victor purchased a building after Umbrella went under.
Okay, he purchased the building after a building went under. Okay, yeah, so we're still in the hospital. At this point, Grace, she doesn't have a weapon going against the hag when you're trying to sneak out and everything. And then later on in the trailer, we see Leon basically saves her. So where did she get that SIG? I can already assume where we get that Magnum. I'll go over that. Hopefully I remember. I said there's so much to break down in this trailer, man.
I'll send you the address.
Dr. Gideon has been expecting you.
Who the fuck is that? Is she like a Excella where, like, you know, you have a female like assistant and you betray her and then? All right, press on, because we all know what's happening next. Dude, man, dog, man, come on. I'm sorry. Every time I see that part, I have a big smile on my damn face. Brother, this whole fucking trailer, right? It's just, you know, suspenseful, ambiance, scary, all like survival horror, right? You put in a badass in the mix. Listen to this. Bro, they playing Doomslayer music, dude. Come on, man. I'm sorry, dude. Like this whole trailer is just badass at this point. Like, we know when Leon enters, there's nothing scary no more. We're here to kick some ass. Like, dude, I keep repeating this fucking part. That was the cool part. I was already smiling. Like, I was smiling when that happened, but I was really like, because we know who that is. But the music, instant switch up. I'm a happy man right now, dude. All right, let's press on. I love it. Doomslayer shit, dude.
You there, Leon?
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Also, with Leon saying, yeah, I do also want to say, in my initial reaction, I said hearing the voice, and plus I was too damn hyped. I was thinking it was going to be Matt Mercer coming back to voice him, because Matt Mercer does a great, you know, older Leon. Seeing this trailer so many times, brother, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Nick Apostolides once again is came back for Leon, bro. That means you got to think about it. This man did young Leon, RE2 remake. He did mature Leon, you know, still an adult, but mature Leon and experienced Leon in RE4. Nick Apostolides did old Leon. He did 3 versions of Leon, brother. No voice actor for Leon has done that. If that is Nick, brother, you got my absolute praise. And I mean, you already have my respect and love and praise for your portrayal of Leon. But brother, this man did 3 variations of it. If that is Nick, of course, Nick won't be able to say until the game comes out, like he did in RE4 remake and RE2, all that good stuff like that. But I'm telling you right now, that's Nick. There's two things I'm for sure about. The woman is definitely Sherry, and definitely the voice actor is definitely Nick Possibly for Leon. I'm gonna keep it a buck. But if that's the case, bro, it's badass. All right, so as we see here, we see the docs. All right, the scientists. Oh dang, they got a black woman in the mix. How dare you? Okay. Oh, well, black man in the left. I didn't see. Oh damn, another. Okay, well, shit. I'll shut up. Anywho, right. So we have homie here. Damn. Well, forehead game is crazy. Okay, it looks like he has that line like right here by his throat, and it's the same thing that he has like when you see him later on or like earlier in the trailer and everything like that. I wonder what could have caused that. I don't know, but he's definitely the head doctor. But it's crazy though. This entire time of Resident Evil, we did not hear about this guy. So many years after Umbrella, and then just another scientist that we don't know about. What? Hey. All right, this part right here. You know what this reminds me of, bro? Looking at Leon, when I saw this, I was like, this reminds me of Wesker's biggest regret. When he saved Chris from the dogs in RE1. And he's like, Chris, this way, which I think is badass, by the way. But that it just reminded me of that. As soon as he pulled that trigger and we see this little image, the flashlight, the pistol, and he says, hey, over here. But it just reminded me of that. I was like, I don't think it's a callback, but it's just coincidence that it reminded me of that part.
Hey, over here. FBI, what are you doing here?
Yeah, dog, that's Nick. That's Nick, man. That is Nick. That is Nick. Nick possibly is coming back as Leon, bro. That's definitely Nick, dude. Now, one thing that's crazy, right? We're seeing this road here. Raccoon City has been down and out for the past 30 years, right? There's no blockades or nothing. You can just drive on. Well, okay, well, we still don't know yet, but as we go further in, there's got to be some blockades or something like that as we're going through here. I don't know that they just left Raccoon City all out and open for you to explore and have a good time in. Nah, but we all know that Leon's going back. I wonder how Leon feels going back to that. Go back to that city. And I like this view here because as we can see, obviously this is Leon, right? The hair. But look at his shirt. This looks like the compression shirt that he wore in RE4. This little strap thing right here, of course, I think where he carries his pistol and everything like that. Like this looks like his RE4 outfit, you know, without the jacket. All right. I took notice of that. I was like, okay, that's definitely what this looks like. And of course, now he's looking at something here. And then we hear the villain in the back saying something about what's underneath or something like that. I think he's talking about homegirl Grace. Speaking of Grace, Leon has aged gracefully. No? All right, let's press on. My bad.
Would you like to see what's hidden under the hood?
I do like that. How do y'all feel about that? Those who like drive like manual and stuff like that. How do y'all feel about cars that had that, those little manual shifters in the back? My car has it, but I don't use it. But all right, Leon. All right, see you. Don't crash that car now. That's a Porsche.
See what's hidden under the hood.
Don't do anything stupid.
Now, looking at this map here, I wonder. Oh, I just know. Okay. Oh yeah, that's Sherry, dog. That's Sherry. Yeah, look at the hair. You guys see here in the corner. Okay, she says those cities. She's obviously tracking homeboy. Leon is going towards Yeah, this is definitely Raccoon City right here on the map. Yeah, you had to pause it. Oh yeah, that's Sherry. Look at the hair, bro. Hunnigan didn't have that color hair, bro. That's Sherry, dog. That's Sherry, man. Sherry's coming back. There's no way. You can't tell me. I'm sorry. Yeah, I was definitely wrong on my initial impression. That's Sherry. Now that I took a good look at this, I didn't notice that at first. Oh yeah, we got Miss Sherry Birkin coming back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just put it right there. If I'm wrong, damn. If that's the case, we got 2 legacy characters coming back, dude. Mind you, there's still an opportunity too. You know, every game that Leon has been in, Ada has been in the helm. That could be legacy character number 3. But if we're going back to Raccoon City, who's to say, you know, Claire doesn't make it? All right, sorry.
Don't do anything stupid.
And then we have this right here. So we obviously know this is Leon now. We see that he has this right here. I swear to God, that's a fat ass gun. Now remember, and this is what I'm going back to. You remember in the other trailers where I was like, damn, is that Barry's gun when Grace was holding that gun? And then another part of the trailer, we see her actually looking at that gun. From what I'm going to assume, this gun belongs to Leon after he saves Grace, because during that time with the hag and everything, she didn't have a weapon, you know. Leon gives her that to, you know, to protect herself. Damn, I know she's FBI, but damn, he gave a lady a freaking fucking rocket, brother. Cannon. But yeah, man, I was like freaking when I look at that and I saw like Leon had this, like, okay, and then we see that Grace has it later. Okay, it seems like Leon gave this to her, you know, to protect herself. But in that case, I wonder when she gets the SIG. And you just got Leon just killing zombies in the road. It sounds like that zombie is saying, come die, or something like that. Now with this, It's like freaking, what kind of virus is this? Because we saw in one of the combat that was on Japanese TV where these were actually biting Grace, you know? So like, are these like like slash zombies, but has like, you know, some awareness, some, you know, I guess you could say knowledge, I guess you can say, but I'm gonna just say awareness, you know?
I think I want a second opinion.
I had to pause this because, bro, look, I wonder who the face model is for Leon. I don't think it's that same dude who, I forgot his name, who was the face model for Leon for both 2 and 4 remake. This is definitely somebody else, but whoever it is, motherfucker is chiseled cheeks and chin, brother. 50 years old, good looking dude. Like, look at the cheeks, they're sunk in a little bit. Homie, he's in shape. He's in shape. Got no fat on the cheekbones, brother. I had to pause on my name. Leon looks so dang good. Like I said, aging gracefully, brother.
I think I want a second opinion.
Hey, look at that damn swing on that freaking chainsaw. Now, would this chainsaw be a, see, that's the thing about chainsaws, man. These one-hitter quitters, is it gonna be one-hitter quitter or is it gonna be like big damage? I'm gonna just assume one-hitter quitter, but all right, let's press on because now we get to see some combat. Because the part I want to talk about here coming up. So one thing I can say, that's definitely Silver Ghost again, because the sound of the pistols literally sounds like the gun in RE4 remake. So I think he still has a Silver Ghost from what I'm going to assume. Okay, yeah, I think that's definitely the Silver Ghost. It sounds like it. But looking at here, right? Look at his health, right? Seems like knife durability from right here. It looks like knife durability is back, right? Because you have this meter and everything down here. You know, you got the pistol. Yeah, I think that's a Silver Ghost. Yeah, that's a Silver Ghost. One thing about his health that I noticed, you have the usual green, right? But you have this little bit right here. Seems like our boy Leon also has armor too, which in RE4, you know, you get that later on. But it seems like, yeah, it seems like he has armor too, which is cool. At least that's what that looks like. I feel like they're just doing too much with the health if this doesn't mean anything to you, you know? So yeah, I think, yeah, so from what our boy Leon, it didn't show that for Grace when we saw that, at least when we saw a little bit of what she had, but it seems like, you know, you have this health. Now, I don't know if you have to unlock it or Leon just automatically has it. So it seems like we got regular health, armor, and knife durability from what that is. And from looking at this mag here, it looks like extended mag. Do you remember the mag that he had, that Leon had in RE Vendetta when it was him and Chris? Like Leon had an extended mag, like him in that hallway, like he had a lot of fucking rounds. Seems like we got the Silver Ghost back and everything like that. Bro, look at dog. Man, if that was me at age 50 kick, you know, I'll be like Leon after freaking he catches Ashley after she's wearing armor and she falls on him. That's how I would be. This man is doing roundhouses at age 50. But look how far this motherfucker goes back. Look, this zombie flew. Brother. Bro, if I do a roundhouse kick and see some dude fly like that, bro, you better not get the phone back up. That's a wrap. Pressing on though, it seems like if Leon gets grabbed, or maybe if you do like maybe a counter or something like that. If this is the case, probably I wouldn't be surprised if QTEs, like a slight, like subtle ones would come back. But I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a QTE for Leon to do something like this. Like that right here. Like that, yeah, that from what that's the case, because it seems like he didn't like grab and do damage. It just seemed like maybe there was like a slight QTE as the zombie was approaching and you pushed a button or anything and you countered it and that happens. If that's the case, that's fire too. But I guarantee the timing is going to be crazy though. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I have to talk about this too, because I wonder if Leon gets this as like a melee for later. Okay, I still see that armor health right here. So he has a chainsaw. So showing that he has a chainsaw and it's a melee. But I wonder, is it going to be like a one use kind of thing? Or like after you defeat the zombie that has the chainsaw, you can actually pick it up and maybe use it for a certain amount of time. I don't know. Or is it just like a one hit use? But I love it. Doomslayer, brother. Doomslayer, you got Doomslayer music putting on and you using a chainsaw, brother? Yeah, this man said, I'm the doctor now. He's Dr. Salvador now, bro. Look at this, dude. Leon said, I had enough of this since 2005. I've been getting chainsawed like a motherfucker. It's my turn now. It's my turn, dude. I am so looking forward to this, man. I'm so looking forward to this. So going back to the beginning, because that was literally the end. There's really not there wasn't anything else after that, right? Thanks to the Japanese TV, we did get to see a little bit of combat for Grace. But as we saw in the Game Awards, that as we were saying, and I think I made a prediction on one of my videos that maybe Grace would have like the RE2 movement, RE2 remake combat, stuff like that. Whereas Leon will have like the RE4 remake and all that stuff, like that kind of movement. So he'd be the action based and Grace is still like the survival horror kind of thing, which which I did even say like that would make perfect sense. You know, we have someone who's experienced. Leon can do all that. It's simple. Like freaking like you hear the ambiance, the music and everything when we're following Grace. If you hear the other trailers, the music and everything, but as soon as Leon comes in the mix, it's freaking Doom Slayer type music and we're kicking some ass. It's not survival horror no more. Like Leon already did that. It ain't like that for him no more. Ah, dude. Bro, we just see like a couple of things for the combat, bro, and I'm just like, dude, man. I don't want to be one of those that's like already making assumptions, but damn, this game looks like it's gonna be fire, dude. Like, I'll be honest, when I saw RE Village, I didn't have this kind of reaction. I'll be completely honest with you. I was like, but RE7, I had a good reaction. RE8, I was like, oh, okay, cool. You know, we got another Resident Evil. That's fire. I will be honest though. If this was Chris doing it, I'd be happy we're getting another Resident Evil. I wouldn't be as hyped seeing Chris again. But if this is Leon, Jill, or if this was Claire, oh yeah, the hype is there. The hype is freaking there. You know, someone we haven't seen in a while. We know we got Leon. I'm gonna put it a stack. That's definitely Sherry. That's definitely this Sherry. The voice says everything, but that little slit that we saw, right, of when he's going back to Raccoon City. Yeah, this little part right here, this little bit, and that with that voice and like the little bit of blonde hair that we're seeing here. Yeah, that's Sherry, dog. That's Sherry. We got another legacy character coming, y'all. That's Sherry, dude. That's Sherry. Man. Okay, that's cool. Now, if Sherry is coming back, right? What would... See, I say this, but Capcom has a knack for doing this with freaking RE characters, man, that are actually good characters. We see Sherry again, right? But who was with Sherry in the previous game? Jake. Just not gonna show Jake no more, just like they did our homie Carlos, Billy, you know. The 3 key pictures that I've seen that I can put out right there on the top of my dome that Capcom just like forgot about. That's the case. We got 2 legacy characters. I'm going to assume that Ada's going to make an appearance because Leon's in here. If Ada doesn't make an appearance, I will be very surprised. This will be the first time we have seen her without Leon. Well, no, it'll be the second time without Leon because in Umbrella Chronicles, Ada was in that game, but Leon wasn't. So, well, he wasn't playable. So now that still counts. But still, at the same time, majority, anytime Leon makes an appearance, just about Ada's there, not counting the CGI movies or anything like that, but still, you know what I mean? I'm so damn excited for this, man. I know you guys are. My reaction is, my initial reaction straight up out there. Cannot wait for this game to come out already. Nice that we got our boy Leon back. It seems I'm going to wrap it up here. I think that's Nick. Our boy Leon looks freaking chiseled and everything in the face. I see him. Considering that the showcase is in January and the game comes out in February, I'm cool if they don't show anything super, super new, but because I can definitely wait one more month. But at the same time, though, like if they did show something else, I would not be upset. Like at least one more trailer. But if they don't, that's perfectly fine. A couple of things that we still don't know. The voice. Have you seen the same shit I've seen? We don't know whose voice that is. I don't think that's Leon. I know a lot of people were saying that sounds like Carlos or the VA for Carlos, and Chris as well from RE8. I forgot homie's name, but you got him. And then there's that little girl that said everyone's gone. So like there's still some characters and peeps that we have not seen or heard from yet. So I thought that, have you seen the same shit I've seen? After like I saw that leak with Leon, I was like, okay, that's probably Leon. But now hearing his voice and that's completely sounding like Nick, yeah, I don't think that's definitely not Leon. That's definitely somebody else that we don't know yet. So like I said, there's still a chance that we could bring some people that we haven't seen in a while back in the mix. Or maybe that could be one of the Outbreak characters that makes a comeback too. But that little girl that's saying everyone's gone, I don't know, man. Or what if there's like a flashback and that's Sherry saying those lines, but she didn't say it in RE2, but they just add like a little scene or something like that. I don't know. That's like the closest thing we can get to like a little girl that we know. I'm just spitballing here, y'all. But like I said, I'm just fucking excited. But I can't wait to watch other people's video and like breakdowns of this because a lot of people go into depth on this more than I do, and I love it. But at the same time, though, it means a lot that you guys stick with me and just hear me rant and just talk about the trailer and stuff like that. I know you guys couldn't wait for this video. I hope I did a fantastic job for you guys, or at least good enough job for you to be entertained. In this, I did my best on this one because the main difference is we got to see Leon and some combat, and then we definitely got to hear and see like a glimpse of Sherry. I'm definitely gonna put that in the book on that because that's definitely her. That's definitely her. Which is, oh, dude, Leon and Sherry working it because we know Sherry's an 8. All right, I'm repeating it. Anywho, hey, look, I love you guys. I'll see you guys in my next video. Take care.